Poised for Exit is a show for business owners who want to achieve a successful exit based on their own terms. Your business exit will likely be the biggest financial transaction of your life, and for most, you'll have one shot at doing it right. The topics and guests we feature and the stories they share will provide valuable ideas and strategies to improve operations and grow enterprise value so you can achieve the best possible exit outcome. Now here's your host, award-winning certified exit planning advisor, Julie Keys.
Welcome, everyone, to Poised for Exit, the exit planning podcast show. In this episode, we're interviewing a multi-award-winning team of business brokers who happen to be husband and wife. We're going to hear from them and their unique story of success right after these messages from our show sponsors. Are you a business owner getting ready to transition? If so, I recommend True North Mergers and Acquisitions as your confidential strategic partner. They understand your business sale isn't just about one buyer and the price, but what you net that counts. In other words, what you get to keep. When you're ready for a higher level of representation that delivers consistent results, contact True North M&A to do the heavy lifting of selling your business. Learn more at tnma.com. That's tnma.com.
Selling your business may be the furthest thing from your mind, but that doesn't mean you should wait to plan. At TrustPoint, we understand the nuances that come with selling a business and are here to guide you. From unlocking tax efficiencies to minimizing risk, we'll develop the strategies to ensure you're prepared. So, when the time arrives, you'll be ready to enjoy the best years of your life. Learn more at trustpointinc.com. That's trustpointinc.com.
For business owners, it can be overwhelming to start planning a transition or exit strategy, but it's so important to avoid unwanted outcomes and unexpected tax bills. The CPAs at JAK, John A. Knutson and Company, can guide you and help make sense of the numbers. Our firm was established over 90 years ago, and we've assisted countless companies with ownership transitions. Leaving your business is a process that takes time. So contact us today to discuss your situation. Visit our website at jakcpa.com. That's jakcpa.com.
My name is Todd Crow, and I'm the president of the Twin Cities Exit Planning Chapter. If you're a business owner and advisor and want to learn more about the world of exit planning, you're invited to visit the Twin Cities chapter of the Exit Planning Institute. You can expect top-level education delivered by subject matter experts at every monthly meeting. Grow your network and draw from the learning that could be a game changer for your business or your practice. There's no pressure to become a member, so come and see what the buzz is all about. Our meetings are held the second Wednesday of the month, 7:30 to 9 a.m. See the show notes for more information and registration links.
Hello, Poised for Exit listeners. We are here today with Ruba Khairi and Ahmed Mousa, who are business brokers at Sunbelt Business Advisors. Welcome, Ahmed and Ruba. So happy to have you here.
We are happy to be here. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Julie, for having us.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Never had a husband and wife team on the show before. And here the two of you are deal makers at Sunbelt. We had a nice conversation before the show started, and we met at an event last year. I was just so impressed with the work that you do and how you do it that I just really wanted to have you on the show as, featuring your services and who you are and how you got here. It's such a cool story. So let's start with how I normally start and just share with me, how did you get to this place? Like, you're business brokers, you work together, you're married. You've got a very interesting background as entrepreneurs and many other things. So tell us about that.
So the story started in 2018. So we were looking to buy a business, and we contacted Sunbelt.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Surprise.
So after showing us about a dozen of businesses, trying to find the right fit and going through it, and COVID hit in the middle of all of that.
Yeah.
So we wow, COVID hit. So what do we do now? Should we continue to look for a business? So we were contemplating our next move. And while we're doing that, we got an email from Sunbelt. They were looking to hire business brokers. And they had an open house. So I told Ruba, we got an email from Sunbelt. They're looking to hire people. What do you think? This is just owning your business within their business. She's like, she was kind of reluctant.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Sure, yeah.
Reluctant.
I get it.
And then she's like, yeah, let's just go and check it out. So we went. So they had an open house. They were looking to recruit business brokers. We went to the open house. We've met with the management and the owners, great people. They had a great presentation and they talked about what does a business broker do. And one of the slides in the presentation that caught our attention was the transfer of wealth that about 10 million baby boomers with about $7 trillion worth of business ownership will be transferred to a new ownership in the next 5 to 10 years.
Right.
And those baby boomers owners, they want an experienced and professional business broker to guide them through the process of exiting their business successfully.
Right.
And that just, for us, we looked and thought about that, and we talked to ourselves, we need to be part of this. We need to play a role in helping these baby boomers about to retire in the next few years. They worked so hard to get there. They went through a lot of stress. We need to make sure that they are well represented and they get the maximum for life's work and ensure a smooth transition. So after the presentation, we've met with the owners. It was a great meeting. We felt like we got nice connections. They did a tour in the building. They this is where the brokers sit. It was great. We went home feeling so good. I told Ruba, we need to do this. And she's like, yeah, I think I'm on board with you. So we started studying for our license.
Wow.
That was during COVID. Everything was shut down. And by October, we got the license. And on December 7th, actually, we started our training with Sunbelt. And it's been great experience so far. This is our 5th year doing it.
Yeah, your 5th year, and you've been President's Circle, right, for 2-3 years?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
I mean, that's
we were.
really remarkable.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Julie.
Yeah, they were great people. I loved the how you could actually tell that they're the kind of people who actually cared about the seller.
Yes.
Their motto really grabbed me. Help people and success will follow. And I kept on thinking to myself, that's where I'm about. I am about helping people. In my career, I was always doing that. And, the gratifying part, is definitely when you see what your help has, what kind of effect on the seller. So, when they spoke to us about that, I was like, okay, maybe I was reluctant, but now I feel that, we could be part of that journey and together. And, this was the first time, believe it or not, that we're doing this kind of work as a husband and wife.
Sure.
And not getting on each other's nerves.
Yeah. Wow. Isn't that amazing? Well, you're kind of rowing in the same direction in terms of your values and the values at Sunbelt and, what you're trying to bring to the table to impact the lives of your clients. So there's a lot of satisfaction in that.
Yeah, definitely. I that was big on my book, and that's why it made me a believer after I've seen what they're all about. We've worked with them, obviously, when we were looking for businesses, and we were impressed with, how professional they were and how professional they dealt with us as buyers, potentially. So those were the kind of things that, made me kind of convinced, yes, I think I can be part of that team.
Yeah, you were on the other side of the table, so you saw it in firsthand. So is that business that you bought, you still have that business?
Well, we bought the business on our own before Sunbelt. So we sold the business after growing it for about 5 years.
Okay.
And that's when, we exited with a nice growth to the business. Mm-hmm. And obviously...
So they represented you as sellers or buyers?
They did not represent us.
Oh, they didn't? Mm-hmm. Oh, you were just looking at it.
We were looking to buy another business. I guess we were thinking because we did it so well, we want to do it again.
Let's do it again. Yeah. Serial entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Well, you still are entrepreneurs. You're just in a different biz.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wow, what a great story. And I know you have a very extensive background that goes beyond what we don't have the time to go into that today, but we'll do that another time.
Happy to.
Yeah. So, help people, success will follow. It sounds like that's your belief system. That's your motto. Tell us about maybe a story or two of how you've been able to kind of embody that and use it as an antidote to help your seller clients.
It's one of my favorite stories. It actually makes my heart laugh. It's just a fun one. Basically, we had helped a seller sell her business. Her name was Linda, and Linda was one of those sellers that became a raving fan of ours. For the first time at Sunbelt, a seller comes in on closing day, and she brings in like a plant. As an appreciation to us to put in our office. She also had like a nice handwritten note saying, I so much appreciate you guys. You became family. So, what a big honor when she actually referred another couple to us.
Awesome.
It was Peggy and Dwayne. And Peggy and Dwayne were in the same age group as Linda was. And Peggy had worked in her business for many years, was now ready to exit. They wanted to get help. And then, of course, Linda referred to us and she said, they'll do a good job. And so they came and met with us. And it's such a lovely couple, beautiful people inside and out. And then we were like, just talking to them to try and ascertain what their personal and financial goals were.
Sure.
And, trying to really ascertain how we can best help them achieve those goals. So one of the very first things that caught my mind was that Peggy said, well, here's what we want to do. Not only do we want to retire, but we also want to buy an RV, a brand new one, and tour America. And really, because we are the outdoorsy people that we are, this would be fun because we could do some hiking. We could discover America in ways that we have not been able to discover. And yes, we're in our early 70s, but you know what? We still have the oomph. We still have the passion. And we still have the level of energy that is needed to do this.
Sure.
So if you guys can do this for us and help me retire and help Dwayne, be part of this journey, then, we have achieved what we want.
Awesome.
And it was really enlightening to both of us.
And I noticed on your website that you have numerous testimonials of the service that you've provided and the things that you've done for your clients. So hats off. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
We do feel that we become friends with them. She basically after, Ahmed, I'll have you talk about that next part.
Yeah. So after the initial meeting with them and just talking about their goals on the personal level and on the financial level, and they wanted just to have that dream come true and buy the RV and tour the state. So that second meeting when we met with them, we presented our value range assessment so to see how much their business was worth. And when they came in and sat down, I asked them, do you know how much your business is worth? And can you write that on a piece of paper, please, so we can compare it with our analysis? So they've written that down. Then we showed them what our analysis was and compared it with what they had written down. And our analysis actually was double what they thought the business would worth.
Wow.
And they were just so happy to hear that.
Did they cry?
Almost.
Yeah.
I mean, you could see.
Yeah.
I can still remember Peggy with her reaction.
Yeah, and we said we need to go through the balance sheet line by line to see what goes with the business and what doesn't go with the business.
Yeah.
Then we need to talk about the tax consequences because we need to be connected with your tax advisor to save you the most on your taxes.
Good for you.
Right, because you have to bring this up and to see how much they net. And one of our differentiating value at Sunbelt is we net our client more. So we want to make sure that they are connected with the tax advisor and they know how much they're going to net, and we make sure that we're going to net them the most.
And that is the most important number, isn't it? What you get to keep?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's the most one that they get to keep. So they said, so we presented that to them. They're like, that's great, guys. We need to go back. Let us talk to our tax advisor, and we'll get back to you. 3 days later, they called us. They said, guys, we are ready to move forward with the process. Let's put it on the market. I'm like, great. Off to the races we went. So, Sunbelt Business Advisors, being the largest the largest seller of companies with a team of over 40 brokers working as one team, representing our client with our outreach and our marketing department. We went to the market, finding the right buyer, the right fit, and within 105 days, we were able to find the right buyer
Wow.
who the client loved, connected with, and thought this buyer could just carry the legacy of the business. And it was a great transaction.
Wow.
I want to jump in here, Julie, because there is the next bit of that story. Because to us, it came full circle. So, we closed and everything was great. Then a couple of months later, Peggy and Dwayne call us and they say, okay, we would love to have you over for lunch. We're going to barbecue for you guys. And so, we were like thoroughly excited, yeah, let's go to their home.
Yeah.
And, as we drove and we're like right at the edge of their home, at their driveway, what do we see?
Ooh.
A great big Mercedes RV. It was just, taking like a lot of good space, but like brand new. It was
Blocking
like,
the street,
so
literally.
bright and beautiful. And I was like, oh my God, Ahmed, what is this? And he's like, yeah, I don't know, Ruba. So then Peggy and Dwayne come out of their home to greet us, right? And then Dwayne is jumping, for joy, right? He's saying, come and check out our RV. Look at it. So they're opening the RV. They're checking everything. This is where the sleeping quarters are. This is what we do. It comes with all of those bells and whistles. And they're like super excited. And then Peggy was like, you know what? We've already started like traveling around. And I have to tell you, Ruba, and Ahmed, this is really something that I've wanted to do. And you guys were part of that journey. They barbecued. We had a great lunch. And
She was a great cook.
She was.
I loved her exotic salad and the chicken she made.
Let's go back.
Ruba said she's going to invite them over now.
Yeah, that was
Why
my
not?
intention for sure.
For sure,
And
yeah.
she said to me, Ruba, Ahmed, we just want to let you know, yes, this has made a big difference for our family life as well. Now we get to spend time with our grandchildren. We get to spend time with each other. I'm now knowing things about Dwayne that I haven't known for a long time because we were too busy to like even learn each other's things. So when we left that, I, turned to Ahmed and I said, Ahmed, you know what? This is why I love what we do.
Yeah.
This is really what made it, worthwhile for me to help people and success will fall because that's the true epitome. The true meaning of success is when you see it in their eyes and how they are handling things.
That's amazing.
It's just so wonderful to feel that satisfaction and fulfillment when
Yeah.
you just help a business owner achieve their goals. It just makes you feel so great.
Are you guys writing these stories down?
We
Should
are.
we?
Yes, you should.
Actually, we would like to share photos of the party that you threw at a photo of the RV
Her,
too.
yeah.
Throw them in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Yeah, right? Yeah, you should. Oh my gosh.
great
Yeah.
couple. Yeah.
Isn't that great? I mean, that's what we do this for, right? That's why
It's
we're
about
in
them.
Yeah, we don't want to just think about what could be. We want to like help materialize because blood, sweat, and tears go into those companies, as you know,
Absolutely.
because you lived it yourself, and so did I.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Julie.
Now, the two of you, right? You're the balance of each other. We talked about that before the show. You don't have the same skill set, and that's how you make it work. Let's talk about the roles that you play when you're, putting a deal together with your clients.
So I'm a financial guy.
Awesome.
So, yeah. So I dig through the numbers, and
Yeah.
I love that part, recasting the financials and put the transaction structure together, put the price terms, and what they're gonna kind of net at the end. And I love doing that part, just having a background in the financial services where I did valuation on publicly traded companies.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, that positioned me to be in a good situation where I can do those analysis, and it's a critical step in the process to have those financials recasted and have the price of the business valued. And it's just you cannot just come up with hope. You need to have a realistic price
Yeah.
that has been tested with the banks that they are willing to finance on. So it's important step in the process, and I very much enjoy that step in the process.
That's awesome. Yeah. Hope is not a strategy, right?
No, I guess you have to have a price that could be sold in the market and achieved.
So he does that, and he's analytical in nature.
Fantastic.
And, I'm the people's person.
Sure.
I'm the one who, tries to listen more than I talk. I do actually like pull him back sometimes because he tends to ramble on sometimes. And I say, stop. We need to have them listen more. So maybe I'm,
80-20 rule, right?
80-20 is the rule, right? So, having worked as a wealth manager, that was, one of my training is really to understand people's needs, wants, and aspirations. But how do you do that? You do that by asking open-ended questions, and you do that by really listening and, digging deep into these type of questions to arrive at where you are comfortable knowing, okay, these are their aspirations. This is what they want done with the deal. What do they want to do? Do they have, and that's something that you do, Julie. Do they have their business? Is their business ready? Then that's when I would refer to somebody like you who's certified as an exit planning person. And you could help them that way. But then they come to us, and then it's on us to really uncover everything. And if you don't know what the real motivation of the seller to sell a business, because you know what, it's an emotional process, right?
It is, yeah.
So if you can't uncover that, and you can't really make them feel that you're listening to them as opposed to you're listening to your own echo, then you're not really establishing rapport, and that's where I can come in. And then, of course, I deal with the deal itself. After that, I meet with the buyers. I assess how viable those buyers are. I try to, vet them a little bit, to understand if there's a fit before I introduce them to our client.
Yeah.
So I do like the people interaction. That's really what I do. So, yeah, sometimes we get on each other's nerves. I mean, granted, because, there's no time off limit for talking business.
She loves just talking and discussing things. And I'm like, cut it short, Ruba, a little bit, just.
Well, the fact that you both have such impressive backgrounds, I mean, I don't know how you could have a better mix with valuation, wealth management, entrepreneurism. You've got all the bases covered for your clients, so it's no wonder that you're as successful as you are.
Well, thank you.
And then help us connect with business owners too and see how they see things.
Yeah.
Honestly,
They, as you know, because you've been at this for a while, business owners just need to know that we care, right? They don't care how much we know until they know that we care.
Definitely.
Once they know we care and we got their back, and it's not just about a paycheck,
No.
that's when we can really make an impact, and we become the trusted advisor, which I can tell that you totally are.
That's what we strive to do.
Yeah. Good for
These
you.
folks became Raven fans of us.
Yeah.
And to me, that's really the best outcome that anyone can actually imagine. Because why would a person be a raving fan? Is because they do view you as somebody who is trusted, and you're advising them, and you're actually in it with them for the long haul, basically.
And business owners are so smart, and they can tell if you care or not.
Yeah.
I mean, they just know it. They see it. Yeah.
Well, and the fact that you're getting so many referrals from your past clients is a testament to the fact that you're doing it right. So before we wrap up, I just want to ask real quick, what would be a couple of things that you maybe would recommend, like a couple action items from your perspective?
I would definitely advise business owners to get to know the value of their business.
Yeah.
And get educated on the process of exiting their businesses. It's just so important for them to be updated about this. And definitely, if the business is not ready for exit, to work with somebody like you, Julie, and prepare their business for sale. Definitely get your book as well, Poised for Exit, and prepare for the exit, definitely. And the earlier they start, the better. So they don't leave money on the table.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely. That's something that we have worked with one seller. Her business wasn't ready, but we've been working with her for the past 2 years. following up with her every quarter to make sure that, she has reached those thresholds
For sure.
where she needs to be. And you know what? She feels like we're part of that process. And we actually told her, you're not ready now, but you can be ready if you do 1, 2, 3. And she's definitely invested in that process.
Awesome. Because you're doing it right and you're giving her the right advice so she can trust you that you're not just trying to get a deal done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thank you. Oh my gosh. I know there's more stories. There's more that we could talk about, but we run out of time here. Thanks so much.
We really
Ruba,
appreciate the
Julie, for
time.
Ahmed,
having us.
thank
you.
you.
For your time.
We appreciate your time. Thank you.
Yeah, really, really fun interview. And our listeners, I'm sure that you absolutely loved this episode. Please do share it with your colleagues and your friends and join us again next time.